Ned FlandersXI. They're a Brisbane-based cricket club. I just love the name. For the people who don't know what Ned Flanders means, well, Ned Flanders is a character in The Simpsons, one of my favourite characters. He is an over-the-top, devout Christian. He just takes it, even Christianity, too far. I'm sure even Christians would agree with that. Here's the voice of Ned Flanders.
If it's clear and yellow, you've got juice there, fella. If it's tangy and brown, you're in cider town. Of course, in Canada, the whole thing's flip-flop.
He's a great voice and a great character. And this cricket club are named after him, presumably, the Ned FlandersXI. And to talk to us about it this morning, Matty Young. Good morning, Matty.
Oh, g'day, Peter. How are you, mate?
Yeah, who came up with the name Ned FlandersXI and the Neddies?
Oh, well, I probably did about 15 years ago, and I suppose one of the great questions that people love to ask is, how do we get the name? And that sort of comes about because we ended up playing in the church's cricket competition when we decided we wanted to put a cricket team together.
Yeah.
And none of us have a whole lot of religious affiliation, and so the most religious fellow that we could really think of was Ned Flanders, so we stuck his moniker in front of our name.
Fantastic. That explains it.
But there's a bit of a duality to it too, because at the surface it's just a bit of a laugh, but deep down we're trying to pay a little bit of respect to the boys of the First World War, the Australian boys that went over there and fought and died in Flanders Field, where the real spirit of mateship and camaraderie was pioneered, and we sort of hold those sort of values very dear as well.
Very good.
Matty, you're a group of people, you're very eclectic. You've been together since 1997 and you play all over the world. Tell us about the background of yourself and some of the players.
Well, as you say, it's a very eclectic sort of group of boys, Mary. There's people in the medical game, doctors, nurses, some physios. We got some lawyers, we got some accountants.
Damn lawyers.
We got blokes in the business. When you get into enough strife like we do, we have to have a lawyer in the team.
Yeah, that's the only reason you have one there.
And then we got a few blokes of the business world and economic sort of fellas as well. A few blokes still at uni. So it is quite a diverse group of blokes.
And you play for the love of cricket? And
absolutely,
you just
yeah.
that
I suppose the two things that really drive us, we all love cricket, and I suppose one of the big things in our team, though, is you've got to have the essence of mateship, and, if you're not a good bloke, well, you're certainly not going to be a Flandersman.
And you're off on a world tour again this year. You've been to other places like Japan and Spain and Morocco, but you're off to play. I didn't even know Mexico had a cricket team.
We like to pick out the obscure countries. No point going over there if they're going to be really good at cricket and give you a bit of a hiding. So we like to go to the countries maybe where cricket's just starting to develop, and I suppose we take our responsibility, or we think we've got a responsibility to spread the gospel, just to use a bit of a Flanderism, to spread the gospel of cricket to the world, and places like Mexico and Belize, they're just sort of getting cricket going in their countries, getting a bit of infrastructure up with some club competitions going, and we like to sort of go over there and play against them. And, it's not just all altruism. We love to go and see the country and travel around and see the sights. We're having a ball doing it.
Where's Belize?
That's in Central America.
I've never heard of it.
Immediately south of Mexico.
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
and you go to the Compton Cricket Club in Los Angeles. They play cricket in Holland too.
That's right.
I think the Dutch actually beat, England or somebody once.
They beat Australia in the 1960s, so...
What?
We won't be going there.
Fair call. But you actually had some achievements too, because you've won the sixth straight one-day final after defeating Redlands at Holland Park.
That's right, yeah. We're into our sixth straight grand final, yeah, and we've already wrapped up the two-day competition this season. So, it's not just about travel and having fun, but we like to, if it's worth keeping score, we like to think that we'd like to win, and, we are a bit competitive, and we're quite proud of our achievements on the field as well.
Well, what's the average age of your players, Matty?
I play at 28, 29. I sort of drag out the average age by a fair bit because I'm 45, but, most of the boys are still in their prime.
That's fantastic. You're still playing cricket, the game that you love at 45 years of age and touring the world doing it.
Yeah.
And going to these exotic places like Belize.
Yeah.
Where your wives would simply not find you.
That's right. What goes on tour stays on tour.
Okay.
Matty, it's a great local story. We know you're Mark Oberhart's favourite sporting team in Brisbane, so don't let that hold you back. Thanks.
No, we're very happy with his support too.
You'll have to tell us about the tour when you come back.
Okay, I'd love to.
Cheers, Matty.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Mary.
24 past.